My child, I have drawn you to this very place. Your presence here is not by chance. I set aside this exact moment for you, interrupting your usual course to reveal something essential. A profound transformation is now unfolding, not in some distant time, but in these very hours, beginning today. This specific period was marked for you, where my perfect timing aligns with your unique path. You have felt it, haven't you? That deep stirring within, a quiet certainty that something momentous is near. I have already proclaimed my victory. What was intended to obstruct you, I have reshaped into a firm support for your well-being. My joy rings out in absolute victory. This signifies that your breakthrough has already begun. What you did today may have seemed minor, almost unnoticed, yet to me it held immense power, like a resounding echo. It reached my presence, and I celebrated. That echo was a proclamation of victory, a clear sign that the adversary's schemes have dissolved, and your way forward remains secure. My perspective differs from the world's, my beloved child. Where you perceive frailty, I discern strength. Where you see a humble beginning, I already envision a vast expanse. Where you offer a whispered plea in vulnerability, I see a conviction mighty enough to shift mountains. A hidden act of righteousness can influence generations. This is why my heart rejoiced over you today. You did more than simply navigate another day. You stood firm when collapse seemed inevitable. You spoke when silence was expected. You pressed onward when fear urged you to stop. That choice to obey, though it felt fragile, brought me profound delight. Your continued presence is, in itself, a powerful testament. The adversary crafted a deliberate design against you, carefully intended to quiet your prayers, bury your hope, and persuade you that I had turned away. Yet you persist here, breathing, seeking, and listening to me. That alone is a profound victory. Every breath you draw proclaims, the opposition's scheme against me has failed. Each new dawn you greet, each moment you embrace trust, even when it falters. My heart delights as your foe suffers another defeat. Your life is not merely random survival, my precious one. It is clear evidence that my hand still holds you. And if the adversary could not remove you yesterday, imagine his apprehension, knowing what I am preparing to unleash tomorrow. This is why seemingly small acts of obedience must never be underestimated. My values diverge from the world's. The world applauds public achievements and recognition, but I celebrate what remains hidden. The quiet prayer uttered in a private place, the forgiveness extended without witnesses, the personal sacrifice that cost you much but brought no public praise. Every unseen act is eternally recorded. Each one weakens the hold of darkness. I have already responded. My joy has already resonated. And that joy signifies that the momentum has shifted. If you could witness what changed in the unseen realms, you would never doubt again. What seemed commonplace to you held profound significance in the unseen realm. What you perceived as a mere murmur transformed into a powerful declaration in my presence. The very strategy intended to overwhelm you has been undone. My joy is not passive. It is active power. It is my decree. This struggle is already decided. The outcome is turning, the current is shifting, my favor is moving directly towards you. The adversary meticulously studied your patterns, set traps around your hesitations, and relied on your weariness. But today, you broke the cycle. You gave when you had little left. You stood strong when collapse was anticipated. You spoke when silence felt safer. It was like a contest, with the adversary confident of winning. But your unexpected move overturned his entire strategy. That is why I rejoiced, because I saw what the adversary never anticipated. I do not await grand displays, my beloved. I respond to trust. I respond to purity of intention. I respond to truth. A single, sincere, private affirmation holds more sway than a multitude of empty declarations. A solitary act of inner truthfulness far surpasses 100 public displays. I am not swayed by noise. I value depth. And today you demonstrated that depth resides within you. Perhaps you feel overlooked. Perhaps you believe you are merely enduring. But enduring is not insignificant. Enduring is a potent witness. Every breath you take confirms, I remain present. Every step you make whispers, the adversary's design against me has failed. Your every decision to persist brings me closer, and I celebrate your unwavering spirit. What aimed to destroy you has been defeated. That very fact makes your journey a continuous victory. But I am proclaiming more, my cherished child. This period is no longer solely about enduring. It is about accelerating forward. When my joy rings out, it is not simply happiness. It is a clear signal. It means the path before you is preparing to bring forth the fulfillment you have sought. And all of it commenced with your trusting affirmation today. My joy is not common. It is not light-hearted amusement. It is holy triumph, profound wisdom, and a clear declaration. When I rejoice, I am not reacting, I am announcing. That sound shakes unseen realms. It signals that the atmosphere surrounding your life has already transformed. My gladness over you today confirms that your life's narrative has entered a completely new phase. My precious one, simply holding on is more powerful than you realize. You often diminish your persistence, labeling it as weakness, but enduring is a testament. Every time you draw breath, you defy the schemes of darkness. You outlasted the storms intended to bury you. You walked through nights designed to break your spirit, yet here you persist, alive and seeking my presence. Do not call that small. I call it victory. Each new daybreak signals to the unseen. The scheme against me has been thwarted. My beloved one, grasp this essential truth. I celebrate the very first step, not only the final achievement. The world awaits rewards and applause, but I rejoice when you simply move forward. That delicate act of obedience carried immense force. I rejoiced because I already know how far this single step will carry you. The world values what is seen. People praise what they can quantify, but I treasure what is hidden. A sacrifice no one applauded can bring about abundant blessing. Do not undervalue what is hidden, for I magnify what the world overlooks. A simple act of trust, seemingly small, sets off a ripple far wider than you can see. Your faithful choice today was just such an act. Though it appeared common, I witnessed its reach extending through time. What seemed minor has already shifted what is hidden. My deep contentment reveals that past difficulties have now ended, my child. The one who opposes you thought he knew your every habit. He expected you to falter, to hesitate, to remain silent. He was certain you would give in as before. But today, you stood firm. You chose a different route. You found strength when challenged. You showed kindness, even when drained. You held on to what you knew to be true, even as doubts grew loud. That decision changed everything. Your adversary was confident of his victory, but your unexpected action completely changed his design. I showed my gladness, because I saw what he could not foresee. My beloved child, this alters the way you live your life. When my joy rests upon you, you no longer feel you are not enough. You stop needing others to validate your existence. You cease comparing your journey to anyone else's. Instead, you walk with a quiet confidence. My joyful declaration brings assurance. It is my way of telling you, you are precisely in the right place. I see you. Your path is in harmony with my highest intention. Rapid advancement often follows my joyful pronouncement. Where you once merely persevered, now you will thrive. The very foundation beneath you is transforming. Your past struggles will now yield happiness. What felt gone is now appearing. My joy always has a reason. This signifies that a profound shift is not merely approaching, It is actively underway. Remember those long, quiet nights, my precious one, the times of unanswered questions when everything felt still. Each of those moments was a silent preparation. They were not wasted. They were simply held, waiting for this very point in time. And now, my joy is the tender power that brings them into view. My joy is my statement. This is the precise time I have appointed. My cherished child, never forget that your willingness to follow my guidance affects many lives to come. I show my gladness because I see the lasting effect your loyalty has established. My beloved one, understand this deeply. Your life is not just about your own journey. You hold a deep meaning within you. My joy is my pledge that your life carries importance far greater than you currently realize. That is why you must quiet those inner doubts. That is why you must stop downplaying the progress you have made. My pleasure confirms your journey is advancing. So lift your eyes, my child. My joyful sound surrounds you, a safeguarding presence. Let it calm every anxious thought. Let it remove every idea of not being sufficient. Let it assure you with each step that my victory has already been announced, a certainty for your good outcome. My beloved, my gladness does not mark the conclusion of your journey. It is the beginning of rapid motion. That sacred sound is more than mere celebration. It is a force that sparks action. It sets in motion events that no opposing power can halt. When I declare my joy, the very air around you shifts in your favor. Things that were held back are now being released. Obstacles are coming down. My precious child, this is why you must never underestimate the times of quietness. You saw waiting as being set aside, but it was careful preparation. You thought silence meant being forgotten, but it was a gentle forming. I was strengthening you in unseen moments. I was nurturing a firm spirit within you, a resilience that grows through hardship. What felt like wasted time has become the firm ground for your progress. My child, this same truth holds for your entire life. My joy means the period of unseen growth is ending. It means clear manifestation is near. My joy is my sacred confirmation that declares, this is the appointed time. My beloved child, listen closely to this. Your loyalty in hidden moments has created strong movement in the open. Your heartfelt requests, offered with tears, are heard and cherished by me. The quiet sacrifices you made are more powerful than any grand statement. I show my gladness because I see how these individual actions have woven together to shape your purpose. It is a clear sign that your quiet faithfulness is about to be openly recognized. My child, you might still feel unseen. You might still wonder if anyone truly understands the weight you carry. But I have observed every detail. No tear has been shed without reason. No act of trust has gone unacknowledged. And now my joy is proclaiming, it is a time for collecting the rewards of your efforts. You need to walk with deep assurance. This is not arrogance, my child, but a holy knowing. When you grasp my pleasure in your journey, your steps shift. You no longer restrict yourself to fit into old spaces you have outgrown. You no longer downplay the good things I have given you. You stop seeking temporary human approval and begin to move within my steady confirmation. My joy has already guaranteed your success. My precious one, hear this clearly. My joy is a mighty power. It is not a silent contentment. It is a sound that shatters the strategies of those who oppose you. It confuses your adversary. It reverses his predictions. He thought he understood your every weakness, expected your responses. But you strayed from his anticipated course. You chose trust where fear tried to take hold. That decision changed the result. And I believe this is what I am declaring over you now. What appears incomplete to you is already finalized in my sight. My child, my joy should stir your spirit to imagine new possibilities, to place your trust again, to expect good things once more. Do not let past disappointments narrow your vision. Do not let weariness lessen your hope. If I have shown my joy, then the battle is already won. The only remaining question is when your victory will appear, and my joy signals its quick approach. My beloved one, step forward with bravery. I do not wait for you to be perfect. I respond to your trust. Do not disregard small beginnings. Do not undervalue quiet acts of loyalty. Every action holds power. Every hushed word carries meaning. Each effort holds future blessing. My child, lift your gaze. The season has shifted. I am celebrating you. Cling to this truth. Let it be your anchor, calming every doubt. For if I have already shown my gladness, then nothing can truly block your success. My beloved child, my joy is not a fleeting sound. It isn't shallow or weak. It is a powerful declaration of triumph that affects all things, seen and unseen. When I voice my joy, troubles lose their grip. When I voice my joy, barriers begin to fall. When I voice my joy, what seemed impossible yields to my will. My joy is not by chance. It is a sacred pronouncement. My child, understand this deeply. The moment for your breakthrough isn't tied to the days you count. What humans call time is often fleeting and unsure. My timing, however, is eternal, flawless, and fixed. You are exactly where you need to be. I have not forgotten you, nor are you behind. My cherished child, those quiet seasons when you felt unnoticed were actually profound times of readying you for what is now unfolding. Each sincere prayer, every tear shed, and every act of faith performed away from public sight contributed to this very instant. My child, begin to live right now as if my word to you is fully accomplished. Offer your prayers as if the answer has already arrived. Speak with the firm belief that my favor is already yours. Move forward with the certainty that paths are clear before you. My love is a mighty declaration. It announces to all that everything concerning you is settled. Your way forward is sure, and your ultimate purpose cannot be stopped. My precious one, let the sound of my joy strengthen your inner being. You might feel you aren't ready, yet I have already prepared you. You may think you go unseen, but I have already celebrated your dedication. You might sense weakness, yet I have surrounded you with my strength. Stop diminishing your progress. Stop minimizing your acts of trust. My love for you serves as your constant confirmation that you are specially chosen, deeply treasured, and set apart by me. My cherished child, remember this always. I do not express joy over things that hold no meaning. My joy is my declaration that the true purpose of your life cannot be defeated. My beloved, the good you experience reaches beyond yourself. It is meant to touch those whose journeys connect with yours. Your steady trust will open doors for others. I see the wide-reaching impact of your agreement with me. I see countless lives transformed because you chose to stand firm. Therefore, step forward with sacred certainty, my child. This is not arrogance. It is living in harmony with my truth. You are not pursuing triumph, rather you are advancing from a victory already secured. My child, the sound of my delight silences lies, removes obstacles, and thwarts ill will. My gladness is stronger than any fear. My word is clearer than any doubt. Hold your head high, my beloved one. I have expressed joy over your very being. Let that sound echo within your deepest self. Allow it to quiet every concern. Let it conquer every persistent doubt. Let it daily remind you that when I express joy, the outcome is already decided, your story is confirmed, the end is assured, and your victory is complete. My love is your shield, your assurance, and your dignity. My precious child, the sound of my joy does not fade. It echoes. It endures. This sound is not just a brief celebration. It is an active, ongoing declaration. It continues to spread its influence long after the act of faith that first brought it forth. When I express my joy, that gladness turns into forward movement. My pleasure becomes the very power driving your journey. My sound is not limited to my dwelling place. It moves throughout all creation, changing situations, breaking old patterns, and establishing firm new beginnings in your life. My beloved child, never underestimate the deep effect of a single act of trust. You might see it as small or even unimportant, yet I see things from a different view. Your agreement holds immense meaning. Your quiet request carries great power. Your willingness to obey holds lasting authority. My precious one, you may not always feel your own strength. You may not always see outward proof, but I do not judge based on feelings or appearances. I judge based on trust. A single moment of belief, even when you feel weak, can start a massive change. A quiet yes, spoken with a tremble, can break down long-held patterns of difficulty. This is why I laugh. Not because your action was perfect, but because it was true. My cherished one, consider this. The opposing force watches your habits. It expects your reactions based on your past. It sets traps, hoping you will give up, retreat, or stay silent. But on this day, you chose a different path. You acted in a way no one expected. You offered forgiveness when holding a grudge seemed easier. You spoke to me when silence felt safer. You stood firm when everything felt like it would crumble. That choice was the unexpected turn that altered everything. I expressed my joy because the trap did not hold, and the adversary's expectations fell apart. My beloved grasped the deep importance of changing old ways. I celebrate not just the final result, but also the precise instant you choose to abandon well-worn roots. Each time you resist old temptations, I express my joy. Each time you choose trust instead of fear, I express my joy. Each time you keep going, even with hesitation, I express my joy. My gladness is the constant proof of the strength within you. My beloved, this is your destined moment. My joy is not just for now, it is also a declaration for all that lies ahead. It proclaims that your progress is speeding up. My child, a new season is unfolding before you. The way ahead is clearing, and what once felt like a struggle to simply hold your ground will now become a journey of advancement. You are not merely enduring, you are stepping into a time of flourishing. Never underestimate the quiet beginnings, my beloved. A small, sincere step taken in faith holds more weight than any grand public show. Do not compare your journey to the loud declarations or impressive achievements of others. My gaze is fixed on the truth within your heart, not on outward appearances. A simple, honest whisper shared with me in private resonates more deeply than countless words spoken for applause. And this is why my delight in you is so profound. It shines a light on what is truly precious. My joy is my affirmation of your steadfast heart. My voice, my beloved, silences every whisper of doubt from the shadows. Let my gladness rise above the feelings of not being enough. Let my assurance drown out every prediction of defeat. When my joy is spoken, the outcome is already decided. Your victory is not a hope, but a certainty. Understand this truth, my precious child. I do not wait for the finish line to rejoice over you. My celebration begins today. My delight is present in this moment. My joy is for you right now. When you choose to trust my child, you draw my presence closer. This presence will sustain you, guard you, and confirm your way until all I have promised is revealed. Step forward with a calm heart, my beloved one. You walk not by yourself. You are not seeking validation. Instead, you operate from a foundation of complete acceptance. You are not hoping for success. You are progressing within a victory already won. My joy surrounds you, and it is your inner fortitude, your clear knowing, your protection, and your dignity. Grasp this truth, my child. The eternal realm responds not to impressive performances, but to the true heart behind your commitment. While the world searches for external recognition, I see the sincere, deep essence of who you are. What you might overlook as insignificant, I hold as precious. A private act of integrity means more to me than many public actions done for admiration. You may feel unseen, yet I am always with you. Stop lessening your own value, my child. Let go of the mistaken idea that your devotion is only meaningful if others notice it. Do not compare your journey to anyone else's visible accomplishments. I do not weigh what is loud, I perceive what is true in your spirit. And today, you have revealed to me the deep strength within you. Perhaps you have felt overlooked, my beloved one, as though your efforts vanish without a trace. Yet, simply continuing on is a mighty statement. Every breath you draw confirms your existence. Every step you take silently declares that difficulties have not won. And each new day you choose to rise and press on brings gladness to my heart, for I see your unwavering spirit. Your ability to withstand has been far greater than you understood, my child. You have walked through challenges for so long that you have forgotten your own inner power. Hear this truth from me. What tried to defeat you did not succeed. This alone makes your path a constant victory. You may not fully grasp it now, but every sign of your struggle is proof of your resilience, and each moment of resilience points to even greater strides in your future. Know this now, my child. The season around you is shifting. Your journey is no longer just about managing. It is about moving ahead. It is about rapid progression. When I speak my joy, it is always for a reason. My joy is a clear signal. It marks a pivotal moment. It means the appointed hour has arrived. It means the very ground you walk upon is prepared to yield blessings from every sincere endeavor you have undertaken. My gladness is never passive. It breathes life into your surroundings. It reorders what appeared unchangeable. It brings forth new truths from what lay concealed. And it all started because you chose to say yes, even when saying no would have been easier. Every quiet act of trust you have made has caused such an effect in the unseen world. Barriers began to soften. New possibilities emerged, and efforts from your past, long quiet, started to stir with renewed meaning. You might not see the full extent of this now, but it will become evident. My gladness is never without reason. My rejoicing is never without foundation. That joy held deep meaning. That joy carried a promise. That joy proclaimed, the challenge is already shifting in your favor. Grasp this truth securely, my child. If I am speaking my gladness, you can let go of all hesitation. Let go of questions about when things will happen. Let go of doubts about what you can do. Let go of doubts about your true value. You might have learned to praise only the finished result, my beloved, but I celebrate the very first stirrings. I cherish the entire unfolding process, not just the ultimate achievement. The whole journey is sacred. Every single step forward is blessed. When you truly understand this, you release the burden of feeling unfinished and begin to move with the confidence of being already acknowledged. This insight changes everything. You stop chasing temporary approval from others and start walking in my constant, unwavering acceptance. And when you carry that profound assurance, nothing can bring you fear. No trickery from any adversary can silence you. No delay can disturb your peace. No rejection can define you. For my gladness has resonated, and that gladness has guaranteed your ultimate outcome. Let me make this clear to you, my child. I saw you today. I saw your hidden efforts, your quiet willingness, your gentle yes. I observed it all, and my heart was filled with joy. The gladness I express means your personal journey is far from finished. It shows your devotion holds greater sway than you realize. It confirms the outcome is already set in your favor. So keep this inner sense of gladness close, my child. Let that inner echo of joy silence your doubts. Let it calm every thought that you are falling behind. For if I am pleased, the final result is guaranteed, and that result is victory. When my domain shows gladness, it is never shallow or without deep meaning, my beloved. It is far beyond a brief feeling of contentment. It is a powerful statement, filled with future knowledge. I do not feel joy without purpose. My gladness is a formal declaration. It is a firm confirmation. My gladness reminds you that your faithfulness has already changed situations you cannot yet see. What seemed commonplace to you held profound significance in the unseen realm. You need to understand that this gladness is not just for your benefit, my cherished one. It is also for what I plan to reveal through you. The opposing force feared this truth, my child. For this reason, the adversary sought to quiet your voice. He knew that once you succeeded, your journey would set others free. He worked to cover you with feelings of not being enough and convinced you your voice had no power. He desired for you to think your requests held no real power. Yet my domain was joyful because I already saw the growing effect that would come from your firm resolve. Every request you made echoed strongly in the timeless realm. Each moment of endurance broke apart the grip of darkness. Your very being is a spoken truth. The signs of your hardships communicate more forcefully than polished speeches. Your firm resolve is a statement preserved forever. Your overcoming offers guidance for others. This is the reason I show my gladness. My child, what you once viewed as hindrances have transformed into profound wisdom. What seemed like a breakdown has now armed you with power. The challenging routes you traveled are now plain instructions for others searching for freedom. My beloved child, each step you took affirms my unwavering nature, and the invisible domains delight in this sureness. This gladness, this expression of my own pleasure, also announces a turning point in every situation. What was removed from you will be restored in abundance. What was withheld will now come to you fully. My gladness resonates because provisions are shifting, opportunities are aligning, influence is reaching those who stayed faithful even when unobserved. This is not accidental. It is a sacred pledge. My gladness is the sound of all things being corrected. When roots appear before you, step ahead with bravery. These are not chance events. They are intentions I established for you. My gladness reverberates because your path was prepared long before you knew. No barrier can prevent your access. No arrangement can stand firm against my desire. My pleasure signifies the way forward is already open. It means the methods to reveal what comes next are already within your reach. My precious one, my gladness rings out because you consented to carry this. Keep this truth in mind, my child. My gladness is a power in conflict. It shifts the base of shadowy schemes. It scoffs at the futility of every dark endeavor. It is the sound that announces, this contention is already settled. My gladness rings out because the opposing force made an error. What was intended to harm you has become the very basis for your well-being. What was meant to silence you has made your communication more potent. What was formed to break you has made you whole. My beloved, let this insight firmly take root in your inner self. If I am showing my gladness, you can discover serenity. If I am showing my gladness, you can depend entirely. My pleasure is not accidental. It is tied to my pledges. It is the eternal announcement that I have already observed the outcome, and that outcome is victory. My gladness is stronger than any apprehension, vaster than any doubt, more potent than any subtle whisper of not being enough. So stand firm, my child. This phase in your existence is not for mere survival. It is for plentifulness. It is not for remaining concealed. It is for manifestation. It is not for pausing. It is for what is pledged to emerge. My gladness reverberates because the purpose placed on you is too significant to remain unseen. Permit it to calm any apprehension. Let it conquer any impulse to measure yourself against others. Let it bring stillness to your inner self when doubt tries to reach you again. Proceed with confidence, understanding that the invisible domains have already honored you. The decree has been made. The outcome is certain. My pleasure is your safeguard, your sureness, and your eternal esteem. My child, heed my utterances carefully. My gladness is not a faint whisper that disappears. It is the powerful announcement of eternity. the sound of my final victory resounding through all creation. When I show my gladness, it is not simple diversion. It is not for spectacle. It is an instruction. It is power. My gladness declares the sureness of achievement before you can see it with your own sight. My gladness moves the hidden spaces and proclaims that every shadowy design has already fallen apart. My happiness is the assurance that your future is established in conquest. My precious child, my gladness is at work in this moment. It is not confined to previous achievements or future commitments. It is embracing you right now. It encircles you like a shield. When I show my gladness, blocked passages open fully. When I show my gladness, limitations you thought permanent break apart. My gladness transforms the very atmosphere around you and summons all things to align. It is the sound of rapid advancement. It is the invisible domains announcing that my approval has already left my place of authority and is speeding into your life. My beloved one, your ongoing existence is not trivial. It is a vibrant statement of what lies ahead. Every inhale you take is a testimony. The opposing force carefully arranged your ruin, yet here you remain. You spoke to me when your inner self felt exposed. Your choice to release bitterness even when it seemed simpler to cling to it, and your decision to maintain hope when despair pressed in, these acts resonated deeply. Each such step you took brought me profound contentment. My child, my happiness is more than just noticing your perseverance. It marks a boundless unfolding within you. You are not merely collecting scattered fragments. You are stepping into a realm of overflowing plenty. What seemed barren will bloom again. What suffered harm will be made whole with renewed strength. What was delayed will suddenly appear. My deep satisfaction comes because your portion is not scarcity, but completeness. Your rightful inheritance is not lack, but a generous flow, brimming and spilling over. My pleasure confirms that your journey will end not in need, but in abundant provision. My cherished child, release the weight of what happened before. Do not linger on past mistakes. Stop replaying old failures. My gladness for you is stronger than any regret. It calms thoughts of fault. It erases condemnation. You are not held captive by yesterday. You are not defined by wounds. You are not limited by weaknesses. You are chosen, distinguished, delivered, and given a reason for being. My beloved child, my delight is not for your flawless conduct. My delight is for your yielding heart. That choice carried eternal weight. That readiness altered the path of circumstances. That reliance activated currents that will spread far beyond your days. This is why my gladness never ends, for it rests on my firm pledge, not on your deeds. My child, remember that my happiness is also a sound of triumph. It shatters deep-seated troubles. It exposes the futility of every opposing plan. It declares to all shadows, this struggle is already won. My gladness resounds because the assaults meant for you failed. My precious one, allow that echo to permeate your whole self. Let it be your steady proclamation. Keep this truth close when uncertainty surfaces with the dawn. If I am voicing my delight, you can trust. If I am voicing my delight, you can find peace. If I am voicing my delight, you can advance with confidence, knowing the outcome is already sure. Therefore, rise now, my child. Address me as if the answer is already in your hand. Speak as if the path ahead is already distinct. Behave as if the esteem is already yours. My beloved, lift your sight upward. The obstacles have vanished. The proof of my activity is here. Your story is revealing itself. My place of authority has resonated, and who you are has been proclaimed with cheer. Your silent requests have already found my attention. Your gentlest petitions, uttered in times of uncertainty, are already victories in my view. This is not an ending, but a new beginning revealing itself for you. A sacred transformation is already occurring. Roots are appearing, beneficial things are collecting, and progress is approaching. Proceed with holy assurance, my beloved child. Remain steadfast with a grateful spirit, understanding that I, who direct your passage, delight in you. My happiness for you strengthens you. My contentment shields you. Stay faithful, keep close to my path. Persist in your agreement, even when each movement feels minor. Every decision to heed my direction echoes eternally. I give you courage for what is to come, serenity for every trial, and wisdom to discern past what is visible. Depart now with confidence. My pleasure has been shown, and your victory is already assured. Opt for reliance instead of hesitation, decisive action instead of constant reflection, complete devotion instead of partial efforts. Grant yourself genuine freedom. When you embrace this, my child, inner tranquility will quiet your concerns. A distinct route will emerge from your bewilderment. An enduring freedom will be yours. Approach me then, not reserved, but with your whole self. Enter the flow that governs all matters according to my intention. Assume your proper position in what is currently revealing itself. I am present, my hand extended, ready to guide, ready to provide, ready to alter situations. All that remains is your choice, my precious one. I am initiating a completely new course for your existence, my child. A new undertaking that requires your full commitment, not a detailed plan for every single day. You do not require a faultless history or a comprehensive guide. What is essential is a spirit ready to yield. Your background does not have to be without blemish. What holds the most importance is that your inner being is prepared to declare, I am present, willing. You desire understanding, and this is it, an invitation to journey with me. This is not offered for blameless conduct. It is a summons to be prepared. Being prepared does not imply an absence of mistakes. It signifies a straightforward, resolute stance of accord. If you affirm yes with reliance, my beloved, I will surround you with my favor and help you carry weights that are too heavy for you alone. I am already active before you, my child. I have released hidden ties you were unaware of. I have calmed influences that could have hindered you before your ideas took shape and cleared barriers you never perceived. Not because I require evidence of your faithfulness, but because I comprehend what approaches and I'm making ready the path. The gentle prompting you experience inside originates from me. The draw you perceive is my essence guiding you toward the intention I have for you. You are not required to grasp every particular as it develops. You are simply invited to rely on what I already fully comprehend. My child, begin by speaking a firm resolve within your heart. Declare this truth without wavering. Even when I cannot see what lies ahead, I will trust in your perfect knowing. This is not merely an opportunity, my beloved child, but a deep calling from me. Bring order to your thoughts. Shape your daily patterns. Guide your time, energy, attention, and possessions intentionally towards the path I have illuminated for you. Even if your spirit feels uncertain, even if fear takes hold, do not postpone your actions until all your emotions are in perfect harmony. I continue my work even as you pause. I am always at work. Your ready and willing involvement brings you into the completed design I have set in motion. Let go of whatever holds you captive, my precious one. Do not allow hesitation to prevent the calm, understanding, and direction that await you. To postpone this movement is to bypass the next good thing I have prepared for this season. Join now with those who walk in confidence, those whose existence reflects my desires and who demonstrate full dependence on me. Your choice carries profound significance, my cherished child. Move ahead with bravery. Affirm your commitment with a steadfast spirit. Receive this as both a pledge and a plain instruction. Within my truth, you find true living. Within my compassion, you find true liberty. This freedom, my cherished child, is not a sudden absence of all effort. It is the unwavering certainty that your every sincere movement is supported by my eternal purpose. It is the deep peace that comes from knowing you are always walking within my care, even when the way ahead is not fully illuminated. Embrace this liberty, not as permission for idleness, but as the strength to act with courage. You are now free to release the heavy expectations of others and to live solely for my approval, which is already yours. This new course I am setting for you is not a test of your perfection, but a journey into deeper trust. My beloved, your readiness to say yes is the most vital element. It is the singular choice that activates my power in your life. Do not search for grand signs or wait for overwhelming feelings. Simply choose to align your spirit with mine. My joy, which I have already declared over you, is the very force that propels you forward. It is a steady wind beneath your wings, not dependent on your striving, but on your simple agreement. This joy clears the way. It softens the ground. It prepares the landscape for the flourishing I intend for you. You might still feel the lingering echoes of what was, my child, the weight of past errors or the sting of disappointment. But my gladness for you is a cleansing wave, washing away every trace of regret. It proclaims that your story is not defined by its beginnings or its struggles, but by my unwavering love and the victorious path I have laid out. Release the need to dissect every past event. Let go of the urge to understand every single reason for what occurred. Instead, focus your attention on the living truth that I am with you now, leading you into a future brimming with my good intentions. My precious one, the commitment I ask of you is not a burdensome duty. It is a joyful partnership. It is the deepest form of living. When you fully yield to my guidance, you discover a strength you never knew you possessed. You find a wisdom that surpasses your own understanding. You experience a peace that remains even amidst challenges. This is the essence of the new undertaking, a continuous, conscious choice to walk hand in hand with me, letting my purpose unfold through your willing spirit. So, walk with a quiet confidence, my beloved child. Your path is uniquely crafted. Your purpose is deeply significant. Do not compare your journey to anyone else's, for my design for you is singular and complete. My gladness over you is a permanent declaration. It is the sound of your true identity being affirmed. It is the promise that what I have begun in you, I will surely bring to fruition. Trust this truth above all else. I am for you always.